Hello, this is Steve Mulberry with GISinc. And in today's video snippet, I'm going to be joined by my colleague Steeby, who is a solutions engineer within our enterprise team here at GISinc. And so first off, Zeb, thank you so much for joining me again today.
You bet. Happy to be here.
So last time we met, we talked about tools that were used or services for helping us manage our cloud infrastructure, again, as it relates to ArcGIS Enterprise. And we talked through some of those things that are available from a cloud provider perspective and what Esri provides. Today, I kind of want to switch gears a little bit and talk about, migrating to the cloud. So once we have the cloud environment stood up, once we have ArcGIS Enterprise installed and configured, what are some of the tools, what are some of the methods, and what are some of the things we should be thinking about when we start migrating our existing content and applications and things like that?
Yeah, so I think the first thing we would want to look at when we're going to go to the cloud is to look at the types of cloud migration. And that first one would be basically a lift and shift. This would be a no-code option. We wouldn't really be changing any of the infrastructure necessarily, other than moving it to a cloud environment. So everything would kind of remain the same, with the exception of it being in the cloud. The next option would be a refactor, and this is where we would not make any huge changes to the environment. We'd be really looking to just maybe use some additional services like a database as a service, or maybe using some sort of load balancer on the front end instead of a web server. Those kind of small changes that make it a little bit more efficient. And then the last one would be a rebuild. And in this case, we would really be kind of re-architecting the entire stack, looking to modernize it into a more resilient and potentially high scalable environment, where everything's kind of has its own independent architecture.
Okay, and I can imagine that, that lift and shift is just a big, heavy lift thing, but the refactor and rebuild would also kind of offer us some opportunities to clean up maybe our environment, that maybe, for those organizations that have, a very mature ArcGIS Enterprise environment, and maybe that's a time to kind of clean things up a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. What's next?
Okay, so the next thing to think about is kind of the components of the migration as a whole. The first thing we're going to think about is the platform itself. So, we need to get ArcGIS Enterprise out in the cloud environment, kind of up and running. And that's one phase or one component of the migration. The next would be the applications, and this could be web applications that are used along with the enterprise. This could be other third-party applications that that need to integrate with the enterprise. So we need to make sure those are taken into account when we're migrating. The next thing would be the data itself. Do we need a database? Is the data only going to live in ArcGIS Data Store or something like that? So what SQL engine, or are we going to use SQL Server, Postgres? Those kinds of things would need to be identified, and they will have some implications on how we actually migrate. And then the last thing would be any business integrations. This could be anything internal. Do we need to make internal connections? So that would kind of determine if we need to have some sort of VPN between the cloud environment and an internal network.
So, and I also imagine too, and I've seen this in practice, that some folks and some organizations, this is probably the biggest risk, is just to think that we can do this whole migration to the cloud without really understanding what internal business systems would be affected by the GIS Enterprise deployment. So we got to make sure we're clear on what needs to be changed or migrated or updated, right?
Yep. Yeah, sure.
What else?
Okay, so the last thing we would really be looking at would be, you know, how are we going to actually migrate? You know, we kind of talked last time about some of those cloud provided and Esri provided options for kind of managing everything. You know, so again, we would need to get that environment stood up so our AMIs and our cloud builder or other images would help us get that environment up. You know, then we need to get the data over to AWS in some fashion or another cloud provider in some fashion. So those could be you know, tools from the cloud provider. You know, you could, for example, if you're going to be moving a bunch of imagery, you might use AWS Snowball. And then you could also use third-party applications to move that data. You know, we want to move users, potentially applications that are in the enterprise, and even users and their content. So, you know, one good tool for that could be the GeoJobe admin tools. It kind of would allow you to move everything all at once. And then, you know, there are also just Esri tools. So you could, for example, use geodatabase replication to move a database. That's one thing we've done in the past that works well. And of course, you could always have your, you know, just straight custom option where you build out scripts to move things. You know, you could just use file geodatabases and do manual moves of the data. And then depending on what kind of databases you're using, you might be able to just do database exports and imports. And then there's also the possibility of using WebGIS DR to move an environment.
Right. I know that we've been using GeoJobe's admin tools for several of our projects, and you know, I'm really impressed with the way it allows us to be comprehensive, right? When we look at the users and the contents and, you know, all the relationships and things like that, the groups and stuff like that, it does a nice job to help us migrate those over. So that's something definitely to look at. So let me kind of quickly summarize what we just talked about then. So we've got the different types of cloud migrations out there, like lift and shift, refactor, rebuild. We got to look at the components, right? The platform, the applications, the data, and be careful about any business systems that might be impacted by that migration that are still on premise. Make sure we're aware of those. And then look at these methods, right? Cloud provided tools and services, third-party tools like GeoJobe's admin tools, and then any custom scripts or things that you can use to migrate that information over. And as we think about this, you know, a simple example of doing migration would be to, one, create that cloud environment, stand up ArcGIS Enterprise, get it installed and configured, and then move the stuff over, right? That data, the applications, the content, all the way over to the new environment. And definitely use those tools and services to make it easy for you as you do that. Is that a fair statement to summarize that up?
Yep, that sounds good.
Awesome. So I want to thank you, Zeb, for joining me again today, and you know, going over those concepts for migrating content to the cloud. And those that are watching this recording, I want to thank you for joining, and look for more of these short video snippets as we get ready to have our big webinar where we're going to talk about strategies for hosting and managing ArcGIS Enterprise in the cloud. Thank you.